You've been looking for the perfect house in Naples, Florida, and if you're going to buy the perfect home near the beach, then you're also probably planning on buying a boat. If that sounds like you, it's not an accident that you found this video. In the next few minutes, I'm going to share with you what you need to look for and how to avoid potential issues that you haven't even thought about when buying a luxury waterfront home here in Naples, Florida. When we think of Florida and Naples in particular, we think of waterfront homes in close proximity to the beach. And while there's plenty of homes and condos in Naples with waterfront views, what this video is going to cover is the waterfront communities with boat access and access to the bay, canals, and the Gulf of Mexico. You want a home where you can watch dolphins and manatees, and it adds to the beauty and lifestyle. Let's face it, even if you see a dolphin every single day, it never gets old. But I mentioned at the beginning, I was going to tell you what to look for when purchasing a waterfront home. Since Hurricane Ian, the biggest concern is making sure that your waterfront home doesn't flood. So here are the questions to ask. Number one, what's the elevation of the home? This is what will determine your insurance coverage and susceptibility for flooding and damage. The seller might have an elevation certificate, or you can ask an insurance agent directly when you're asking for a quote. Number two, what does homeowner's insurance not cover? If you're right on the beach or on the water, depending how high up you're built, you might notice that many first levels of a home have vents around the bottom. This first floor is what we consider a non-conforming space, meaning that insurance will not be able to cover any damage in this area with flooding or any other problems. These non-conforming spaces are intentional, knowing that living near the water, at some point flooding may occur. Most condominiums and many homes will have a lower level with the vents that allow the water to wash through and not damage the main living area. If you're buying a home that's already built, it's imperative to get an elevation certificate like I spoke about in the first one. I always suggest talking to a local insurance agent prior to putting in an offer on a home to get an idea of what the cost is going to be. The cost of insurance is always mind-blowing when you're comparing it to the waterfront properties in other states. So it's important to understand what you're getting into before you make an offer. If you have any questions about insurance, just message me. I can get you in touch with my trusted insurance agent who I personally use and who most of my clients use too. I always have him quote a general range before we write up an offer so that you know what to expect. Number three, ask for the new flood disclosure. There's a new form as of January 2025 that's required for the sellers to disclose if they've ever received any FEMA insurance money. Even if they click no, you need to ask what damage they've had or how much water. Just because they didn't get any insurance money from flooding doesn't mean they didn't have any flood damage. Number four, how deep and wide are the canals? There's a community in Naples that looks amazing from the outside. It's waterfront and close to the beach, but the canal depths are way too shallow to fit a boat in there, and only certain tides would even allow you to get out to the Gulf. These are questions that I can help you with, and from working and living in this area since 2007, I know most of them, but if we have any doubts, we'll be triple checking a few different ways. Number five, how long does it take to reach the Gulf or the open water? Are there bridges? You want to make sure that if there are bridges that your boat can fit underneath it. Number six, you also want to make sure during your inspection period that you have them check the age and condition of the dock and lift and the seawall. Number seven, if you're looking at an older home on a waterfront lot in the city of Naples that you're thinking might be a tear down and you might need to rebuild, you're going to want to make sure that it's even possible to build in that home with the new city of Naples setbacks. And here's the thing that a lot of people, including some local real estate agents, have no clue about when looking at waterfront homes is the FEMA 50-50 rule. The 50% rule is a regulation of the National Flood Insurance Program that prohibits improvements to a structure that exceeds 50% of its market value unless the entire structure is brought into full compliance with current flood regulations. So what does that mean? That means if your house that you're looking to buy needs more than 50% of its market value in renovations, you need to tear the entire thing down and rebuild it to current codes. This is absolutely essential to know when buying a home in Florida, especially waterfront. As you can imagine, you might think you're getting a good deal in a home, but when you start to realize that you're not able to just do some cosmetic updates, then you're going to have to tear the whole thing down and completely rebuild. If this seems like a lot to know, don't worry, I can definitely walk you through this, and if you're looking at buying an older front home, I'll send you all the information that you're going to need prior to looking at anything in person. Now the fun part, let's jump to a list of the most luxurious waterfront communities in Naples, Florida. Let's start with the most prestigious, Port Royal. Recently, the New York Post named Port Royal the second most expensive community in the United States. It's as far south as you can go downtown and along the West Coast. Home to Fortune 500 CEOs, celebrities, inventors, you name it. It has its own private and exclusive membership club that's right on the beach. And depending on the home that you buy, you can be eligible to join, but it's not mandatory. Just north of Port Royal is Aqua Lane Shores, also multi-million-dollar homes with amazing views. It's walkable to the beach as well. Across the bay from there is Royal Harbor. Just like Port Royal and Aqua Lane, with the exception of only a few homes, all of these communities offer mostly waterfront lots with direct bay and golf access. West of US 41 or Tamiami Trail, you'll find homes with waterfront access just north of Banyan Drive. This is what we call Coquina Sands. It's near the new Four Seasons. Waterfront homes are continually found in the moorings and park shore as you continue north. Some are direct water access, while others have bridges, so you need to be asking those questions that we discussed above. Further north, there is Seagate, which is tucked away with only 4 streets of homes and a private beach park which offers boating for just a few of those homes. And in North Naples, near Vanderbilt Beach, is the Connors. The Connors makes up 17 streets and is currently the most affordable waterfront community in Naples, Florida. So what does a waterfront home cost in Naples, Florida? I'm going to put a link to my website where you can keep up to date in real time of what's for sale. Lots can range from 1.5 million to over 200 million. No, really, that's clearly a wide range. For a breakdown of communities and current home sales, you can send me a quick message with the form that I'm going to put at the top of the description on this video. This is going to allow me to send you the communities and specific homes that fit your criteria. While the views are amazing and everyone wants to be on the water, here are a few things to consider. Do you want to be right on the bay or on an inlet? Sure, it's quicker to get out to the Gulf if you're on the open water, but if you're a boater, sometimes it's better to buy on an inlet street to keep your boat better protected. Also, depending on what street you buy in Port Royal, there's a lot of sightseeing tours and you could potentially have a lot of boat traffic, which can feel very intrusive. So if you want your privacy, you're better off to live on one of the side streets. You can ask me about which ones and which ones the tours actually go through. Each lot and acreage and custom home is not equal, which is why you're going to see a huge variation in pricing. In Naples, the reputation of a community and the amenities have a lot to do with the value. The backyard exposure also, is it west, south, or southwest? Plus the water frontage and how wide the water view is from the rear of your home. Obviously, if you have more feet of water frontage, your lot is going to be worth more. Photos can be deceiving online, so it's best to look on a map or even just give me a call with an address to look up a home and see how much water frontage it actually has. And finally, is the view unobstructed with wide open water views, or is it obstructed with another building or home? Save this video so you have the right questions to ask when you're ready to buy. I'm also going to list a few neighborhoods in the comments. You can browse through on my homepage on my website and give me a call if you want more information on each community. If you have specific questions or a property that's waterfront in Naples that you want more information on, click the link that I'm going to put at the top of the description and let's set up a 15-minute call where you can ask me anything. Not quite ready to make that call, but you want to stay up to date as soon as any new waterfront listings hit the market? No problem. You'll be able to fill out that form as well in the comments and the description below, and I'll get you on my list ASAP. Oh, and one more thing. I actually have a boating in Naples, Florida video, so if you're interested in the waterways and where you can go on your boat, be sure to check that out. There are many community options for luxury waterfront homes here in Naples, Florida. If you're considering buying in the next 12 to 18 months or sooner, it's time to start the conversation now. In the comments of this video, I have a list of waterfront homes and condos that are broken down by price ranges. Comment the keyword and I'll send you the list and communities that I have for each category. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with someone you know who's considering buying a luxury waterfront home here in Naples, Florida.